Alpha told Sid that Cult of Diablos is an enormous organization that runs on a global scale, and in order to fight it, they needed to split. Sid feels that's just a nice way of they telling him that they are now grown up, want their freedom, and don't want to continue playing this fighting the cult game. When Sid turns 15, he enrolls in the same school as his sister in the royal capital of Migger Kingdom. 7 months into his academy life, Sid continues to live as a background character and made friends with Skel Etel and Po Tato, other bottom-of-the-pile nobles like him. While heading to school, Skel and Po remind Sid that as he scored the worst in the test, his penalty is to confess to the most sought-after girl in school and suffer her rejection. Arriving at school, they see the girl in question, Princess Alexia Midgar, who rejects another guy's confession. However, Sid is excited about it, wanting to experience such confession as a background character. That evening, he goes to confess to Alexia, shaking and muttering. He feels he'd done a great job as a background character confession. However, to his surprise, she accepts, stating she was waiting for someone like him. The rumors quickly spread and people start to wonder who is Sid and what's so great about him. Sid, Skel, and Po wonder why she accepted and guess that if she accepted Sid, even Skel and Po had a chance. Alexia then joins them at lunch, which surprises other students as that's the lower nobility section. She gets served lots of food and comments she can't eat it all. Sid then gladly starts eating her food in an attempt to make her dump him. Alexia heard that he is studying royal bush and fencing and wants to practice together. Sid states he is in the lowest sections, but Alexia explains she put a good word for him and she got him in section 1. Later, Sid joins section 1 team, where their advisor is Zinnan Griffey, the official royal fencing instructor. Sid practices with Alexia and notices that her attacks never land. She is slow and doesn't use much magic, but realizes it's because the practice is to review their strokes and counterstrokes. While he finds her technique good, he thinks it's bland. After the practice, Alexia states he has good fencing style, but hate it as it feels she is looking at herself. Alexia tells Zenon that she is Sid's girlfriend now, who tells her that won't change the fact that she is betrothed to him, even if it's still a public secret. Sid then realizes what is going on. After that, Sid asks Alexia that she just wanted someone to help her get out of the engagement with Zenon and chose a low-class aristocrat whom she could easily control. As she confirms, Sid states he doesn't want more attention and isn't interested in being mixed up in her problems. Alexia tells him that's a bit cold from him, as she knows he fake confessed her, since his friends easily told her everything. She tells him that if the student body learns she toyed with a young girl's heart, he will not see a peaceful day in the academy. Alexia wants to continue the boyfriend act until Zenon gives up. Sid notes that he may not give up as it's clear Sid is out of Alexia's league. Alexia knows it, but wants to buy some time and then she will deal with it somehow. Alexia takes out and throws a gold coin. Staring at it, Sid asks her if he looks like a type that can be brought. Alexia confirms, and so does Sid. As she throws another coin, he jumps and gets it with his mouth while acting like a dog. Sid notes that his parents' allowance isn't enough to carry his Eminence in shadow operation and can't let this chance slip up. Sid decides to continue being her boyfriend and is glad that the students focus on she having a boyfriend and not him, which lets him being the background boyfriend character. In public, Alexia is prudent, but behind the scenes, she constantly badmouths Zenon. Sid decides to not argue with her and just agrees to everything she says. Sid wonders what's so bad about Zenon, and Alexia states it's easy to pretend to be nice. She also judges people by flaws. Zenon doesn't have any, which is not normal for a human. While ridding the train, Alexia tells Sid that he has the fencing basics, but nothing more than that, yet she can't take her eyes off him. He wonders what with her today as her fencing was unusually aggressive and sloppy. Alexia reveals she always wanted to be as good as her sister. She didn't have what her sister had and decided to become stronger by herself. They ended up calling Alexia the fencing ordinaire. It's unfortunate that Sid's fencing is ordinary like hers. However, Sid doesn't find it unfortunate and states he likes her fencing. Alexia reveals that her sister told her the same thing after she suffered humiliating defeat at the Boshin festival. But her sister couldn't understand how pathetic Alexia was feeling. Sid explains that he isn't a great person and wouldn't care if someone kills 1,000,000 people, but there are things that people find worthless. But to him, they are the most precious things in life, which is why he likes her fencing style. Alexia draws her sword and asks him what he means by that. Sid states he gets pissed off when people diss the things he likes. The train stops and Alexia leaves, telling Sid goodbye, making him guess this is the end of his unwanted relationship. Skell and Poe apologize to Sid for telling everything to Alexia, but wonder how far he got with her while dating her for 2 weeks. Sid states he didn't get anywhere, which annoys them as they state they would have went all the way. At the school gate, Xenon and 2 other men stop Sid and his friends. Xenon states Sid should know that Alexia didn't return to her dorm last night and they are investigating it as a potential kidnapping. Since Sid was the last person seen with her, he is their first suspect. As he sees more knights, Sid surrenders and realizes he is in big trouble. Alexia wakes up chained in a cell. She sees a humanoid monster in the next cell. A man then shows up, excited to get royal blood. She wonders why her blood, and the man states it's demon blood and he will resurrect the demon. Meanwhile, Sid is being beaten and interrogated about the princess location. He gets excited as he finds this such a classic minor character interrogation and decided to act properly, so they don't outshine him, and starts yelling and crying that he doesn't know anything. Xenon meets with Iris and states he feels responsible for Alexia's kidnapping. Iris wonders if Sid could have really kidnapped her. Xenon states there are evidence, but with his skill level, he shouldn't have been able to kidnap Alexia and he believes him. Since it's been 5 days, Iris decides to release him, but orders that they keep track of him. After Sid is released, he goes home. Alpha shows up as well and explains that their organization is growing and they have been gaining more information on the cult. Sid notes to himself that the girls are visiting him time to time and is sure that they are living normal lives, but is happy that they still play his game and visit him. Alpha explains that Alexia was kidnapped by the cult due to her blood and they are investigating it. She asks him if he wants her to dispose of those that interrogated him, but Sid explains they were just doing their job. Before leaving, Alpha also tells him that Delta is here and she has been missing him. Sid sets his Eminence in Shadow Room, where he takes out an expensive wine, masterpiece paintings, antique lamp, etc., and then drinks wine while waiting. A bit later, Beta shows up. He tells her the time has come. Beta gets excited and explains that they are ready, and under Alpha's orders, they have gathered all available personnel in the capital, 114 people, a number which surprises Sid. Beta explains that they plan to launch simultaneous attacks on all sect hideouts. As she explains the girl roles, Sid stops her, giving her a letter and stating that he will be taking Delta's spot. Sid leaves his place, and the 2 knights that interrogated him wait for him and throw him Alexia's boot to frame him and kill him. Sid then drops the bodies of the 2 men that were following him and then proceeds and kills the 2 knights. The Shadow Garden then start their attack. The doctor rushes to Alexia, stating that they are coming. Alexia tries to tell him that the knights don't kill without a reason, but the man isn't afraid of the knights. He notes that he made a prototype and it should work even on a failed result as the one next to Alexia's room. As he injects the disfigured creature, it becomes much larger and stronger and kills the man. To Alexia's surprise, the monster then cuts her chains and frees her. While Alexia looks for an exit, he encounters Xenon, who explains that this is his facility and he was funding the doctor. She gets happy as she always felt he isn't right in the head. Xenon explains that with her blood and his research, he will be guaranteed the 12th seat in the Knights of the Rounds, the highest ranking knights in the order. Alexia attacks him, but she is no match for Xenon, who easily disarms her. Sid then comes and introduces himself as Shadow.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell so as not to miss new videos. Bye everyone.